Hi, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a Sephora spring savings event video. I absolutely love filming these for you, and whenever I do these, I do like to focus on the season that's coming up. So a lot of these product picks are curated for the spring and summer months. So some really great staples that'll help get you through the warmer months, and just some products that I think will really help you achieve that beautiful spring and summertime glow. We're also going to be talking about a little bit of skincare and hair care as well. So we've got a little bit of everything in this one, and not only is the spring savings event or any of the savings events from Sephora a great time to not only try new products that you've really been wanting to try, it's also definitely the best time to take advantage of the discount and really stock up on your staples and products that are really important in your routine. So keep that in mind. I always take advantage of stocking up on everything that I love during the savings event. This video is sponsored by Sephora, so everything I mention is going to be available in store at Sephora or on Sephora.com. So if you are not already a member of the Sephora Beauty Insider program, I'll have a link in my description that you can easily sign up through. This is going to be completely free, and it's also going to help you earn different tier status based on what you're purchasing Sephora in store or Sephora online. So the dates of the spring savings event are April 1st through the 11th. Based on the tier that you fall in will determine the dates that you have access to the savings event. So the first tier is going to be Rouge. The Rouge tier has access to the savings event from April 1st through the 11th, so you get early access with the 1st of April. 20% off multi-use code online and in store, SAVESPRING. So just to reiterate, the Rouge tier is going to have the first access to the spring savings event from the 1st of April through the 4th of April, but you can still shop the savings event all the way up until the 11th if you're in the Rouge tier. Now, the second tier that will have access to the savings event is the VIB tier, which is going to be from April 5th through the 11th. You're going to have a 15% off multi-use online code, which can also be used in store as well, and that is the same, SAVESPRING. And then we have the Insider tier, which has access to the savings event from April 7th through the 11th with a 10% off multi-use online and in store SAVESPRING promo code as well. So it's the same code throughout the duration of the spring savings event from April 1st through 11th. The Sephora collection will also be 30% off on all those Sephora collection products. I'll have more information. Everything will be laid out in the description box, so you can really see a breakdown of all of this as well. So just check the description box in case I didn't say anything, but if you have any questions, hit me up in the comments. I'll get back to you. Okay, so let's move into beauty product recommendations. I'm going to start off with a primer that I think is absolutely divine for the warmer months. So this is from Dior. It is the Skin Veil. So this is actually a primer infused with, well, I should say it's more of a sunscreen infused with primer if I'm actually being a little bit technical. This has SPF 20, so perhaps not the highest SPF that you would prefer. I would personally recommend wearing this with whatever SPF you wear day to day. But what I really like about this is it's just an extra layer of added sun protection, and it is moisturizing, but it's not going to leave you looking greasy. So a lot of times during the summer, I feel like certain primers, they're just like a little bit too dewy, and I hate to say that, but some of my most favorite primers, you know, for the colder or drier months, they're just a little bit too greasy for the warmer months, and this one has completely surprised me. It's moisturizing and feels really nice and creamy on the skin while also giving you a slight mattifying effect. So it's not going to completely suck all the moisture out of your skin or make your skin look dried out, parched, or just like completely, you know, mattified down. But it's going to really help control the oils on your face throughout the day. I was very surprised by how easily this pairs with any other base product that I was using it with. I was really impressed with how this did help increase my makeup's longevity by preventing the oils on my face from going out of control. And I just think it's a really nice lightweight primer, not going to feel distracting. It's not something you're going to feel on your skin for the whole entire day, and just a really nice hot weather or, you know, just warm weather in general primer. I have like base product on base product on base product to recommend, so we're going to try to go through these pretty quick so that I don't completely overwhelm you. So two illuminating products that I think are absolutely wonderful, and just such standbys in my collection. Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter, you really can't beat it in my opinion. I do like how this provides your skin with a little bit of coverage. So the way you're going to want to pick the shade that you go for in this product is try to pick the shade that's the most similar to your skin tone. It does not have to be a perfect match because the product shears out, and it's just going to give you this light milky veil of coverage, a really nice intense luminous finish, and it can be worn underneath makeup, mixed in with your makeup, or on top. And I've just been such a big fan of this for years since I've tried it. I think the savings event is also a really great time to just like take advantage of it and try it if you've been eyeing it. So then we have the Drunk Elephant Deep Bronzy Drops. These are really nice. So they are a warm cocoa coppery brown. They look a little bit intense when you first dispense them out, but they sheer out beautifully on the skin and just give you that little bit of sun-kissed glow. So they really just kind of make you look like you have a natural, you know, like a little bit more tan to your skin, and that's the really nice thing about these as well. If you are not particularly wanting to repurchase a new shade, oftentimes I can mix in a couple drops of this and it just gives my makeup shade a little bit more flexibility to where I can actually kind of deepen it up and get it to fit my skin a little bit more perfectly. So really nice versatile products as well. It can also just be used as a liquid bronzing product on the face as well. Two different skin tint products. These are definitely my favorite type of base product for day to day, just in general, but also during the warmer months. I just like don't want to feel like I have makeup on my skin. So the first one is going to be from Ilia. This is the Ilia Super Serum Skin Tint. This one has SPF 40. I've been a big fan of this for years. I really like the formula. It's quite buildable despite being like a sheer skin tint. So I do actually kind of feel like I can get a good amount of coverage from this, even on days where my skin has been particularly finicky or I have a lot of visible things that I want to cover up. I feel like it kind of fits the bill for most skin days for me personally, and I just like how it feels really nice and lightweight. It's creamy. I like how it makes my skin look really, you know, like plush and milky, just like really bouncy and youthful. So I don't think you can go wrong with this one. A little bit really goes a long way with this one as well. So it's been a long-time favorite and a very much well-loved, well-used product during the warmer months. Now the other one is going to be from IT Cosmetics. This is the CC Nude Glow Plus. I'm just gonna say it right now, like this is the best version of the CC cream products that IT Cosmetics has come out with. This one is far easier to work with. It has a very natural looking luminous illuminator built into it. It's not like flecky or sparkly. It's moisturizing without feeling heavy and cakey. And it's quite honestly like more of a true tinted product to where it has buildable coverage, but if you just want to wear a little bit, you just get that light soft veil of coverage on the skin. And I find this formula of this version specifically to just be the most flattering, the easiest to work with, the most natural looking, and it really does live up to the hype of creating that kind of like soft golden hour glow on the skin, because you have this very beautiful soft diffused light reflection going on the base, and it just like you could skip out on Illuminator and just wear this on its own. But I kid you not, this is the best one. I see myself wearing this nonstop throughout the spring and summer. There are days where I do need a good foundation, and the two that have definitely been the ones I find myself reaching for the most are the Kosas Revealer Foundation, and then the Makeup Forever Ultra HD Skin. HD Skin. The names with these products, they change all the time. So Kosas Revealer, dewy, creamy, a very moisturizing foundation, feels really nice on the skin, buildable coverage, it looks very youthful and fresh, and I do like having the option when I want a little bit more coverage to reach for something like this that can cover all my hyperpigmentation and all my acne while still giving me this really nice fresh, juicy looking base. The Makeup Forever HD Skin is going to be really phenomenal for people that have an oilier skin type, people who have, more problem areas that they really want to cover up, or someone who is just very concerned with longevity. I am completely impressed by the formula of this. It is lightweight, extremely fluid, kind of dries down and sets to the skin and feels like you don't have anything on. Phenomenal, absolutely, like almost unbeatable in terms of covering hyperpigmentation and acne. I was just like completely blown away at how well this hides dark spots, problem areas, redness, anything like that, all while feeling feather lightweight on the skin. And it sets down to a very conservative, matte, almost like borderline satin finish. So it will not make you look dried out. It will not make you look chalky or dusty. It's a very flattering Longwear foundation, and I feel like Makeup Forever, their HD and like their skin lines always perform really well, and this one is no exception. So good. Like, definitely, if it's gonna be hot and sweaty, this is what I'm gonna be reaching for when I need extra coverage. As far as concealers go, my tried and true favorite concealer for so many years has been the NARS Radiant Creamy, so this is definitely one that I will be repurchasing during the savings event because I love to stock up on it at a discount. I wear the shade Ginger and Custard. I love using this under the eyes to just give me a little bit of added brightness and coverage, as well as for hiding any type of redness, or I want that like extra bit of brightness and lift. And it's my favorite, so I want to mention it because I do really love that one. And I know that some people want something that's a little bit more moisturizing for under the eye area, and I have been super impressed with the Kosas Revealer Concealer. This is creamy and moisturizing and feels really nice and lightweight under the eyes. I've also used it to hide blemishes, which I was really surprised at how well that this hides blemishes without emphasizing them. Really nice for hiding hyperpigmentation, redness, if I didn't mention that. Just a really beautiful, lightweight, but creamy concealer, and I don't typically have to set it with powder. I find it has quite good longevity on its own for me, but if I do set it with powder, I just use a touch. So with both of these concealers, I think they're really nice options for this time of year. As far as setting the base goes, this is a powder that I have been obsessed with, blown away by, like I just can't stop using it. It's one of the first powders I've tried that I actually feel like truly lives up to the claims that the product makes. So it's the Dior Backstage Powder No Powder. This claims to have a natural radiant blur effect, which it totally does. It does not completely mattify the skin because the powder itself reflects back light. The powder is infused with oil, so it's not drying on your skin. I cannot emphasize that enough. Like, when you set your makeup with this, you don't even feel like you're putting powder on your skin, and it doesn't even look like powder on your skin. I actually did a TikTok where I put this on my face in direct sunlight and then show you the way it looks. And even though I have, the budge proof lockdown set of this powder, my skin still reflected back light and still looked really nice and dewy. So this powder is something else, I'm telling you. This has been my tried and true setting spray for years now. I feel like this is like one of the only setting sprays that when I use it, I actually notice a increased longevity in my makeup, and I'm doing far less touch-ups, if any touch-ups at all. I just really like the way that this prevents my makeup from not only moving around on my face as much and migrating into lines, but the way it just makes my base stay looking really nice and fresh, like my makeup has been just applied, and I just don't notice as much transfer of makeup throughout the day as well as makeup breakdown. So this is a tried and true hero product in my eyes. If there is one blush that I can recommend to you, like instantly add to cart, it is the Dior Coral Glow Blush. When you look at it in the pan, it's kind of like this neon but still soft pastel coral, and it is absolutely divine. It's a very buildable finish formula, so you can wear this, nice and sheer for just a hint of a little bit of glow, or you can really build it up and get more of an intense kind of like orange popsicle look on the cheeks. And I just feel like this one is so much more flattering than the pink. I feel like it's also a little bit more unique, and an orange blush is actually like so flattering during the warmer months. Like this blush with a little bit of a tan, it's just divine. So the other ones I've really been enjoying are the little Merit blushes. I really like the formula of these as well. I like a blush formula that's a little bit more customizable in terms of pigmentation. I think these are absolutely beautiful on no makeup days where you just want a hint of color, or if you're looking for something a little bit more dramatic, you can really build these up to a nice, you know, more punchy looking cheek. They also look really pretty on the lips as well. My two favorite shades are Cheeky and Mood. Mood is a sleeper shade. It looks a little bit intense in the pod, but when it's blended out, you get this really elegant, almost like wine Bordeaux stain on the cheeks and lips, which I really like. As far as eyeshadow goes, let's focus on long wearing formulas that are going to actually withstand the warmer months. And I think a cream is going to be your best friend because you can just put it on your eyelid, blend it out. You can do a more intense opaque look with these shadows, or you can sheer them out for just a wash of color on the lids. So the first ones are going to be literally the products that I have raved about for years. You are not going to be surprised by this. The Laura Mercier Caviar Eye Sticks. Definitely take advantage of the savings event to stock up on some of your favorite shades or try some shades if you haven't tried these yet. These are budge proof. They can be blended out into just a soft eye glow, or they can be really built up and used as eyeliners or smoky eye looks. You can also use these as bases for powder eyeshadows if you want like a little bit more of a base for the powder shadow to really stick to and just intensify a powder shadow. But you've got to try these, you've got to get on it. They really are as good as I always say. This is a little cream shadow from Danessa Myricks. It's a Colorfix cream in the shade Celebration. It's this really pretty like taupey bronze. So impressed with these. They are one of the most budge proof shadows I've ever tried. They're not hard to remove, but you definitely need to use like a cleansing balm or a proper eye makeup remover to get these off, because even when I, swatched it on my hand for the first time, the water literally was repelling off of this product. So it's beautiful, it's long lasting, there's so many different shades. Celebration I think is just really nice and flattering, and definitely a shade that I see myself wearing, all the time. So I love these. I also do have another one that I've really been liking, so I figure I should mention this too. This one is in the shade Exposed. So both of these are really nice. This is a new mascara from Yves Saint Laurent Beauty. It's the Lash Class mascara. Definitely worth checking out in my opinion. I really like the brush. It's got this nice mega bristle brush. And this mascara really gives intense volume. So if you're somebody who really likes intense volume at the base of your lash to really give that like full, really fat lash mascara on the base, and then a little bit of wispiness and length, I think it's absolutely beautiful. I like that like film noir, film siren from old Hollywood movies, kind of like a strip lash effect without actually having to wear strip lashes. That's what I get from this. The brush itself also holds a lot of product, so I find myself being able to do multiple coats without having to actually dip back into the tube to get more product. So a little bit goes a really long way, and I'm just impressed with how much intensity this mascara can give without needing to, keep reapplying and going back in the tube for more product. So it packs a lot of punch in just a little bit of product. If you are at all interested in cream bronzers and cream highlights, especially like the Chanel cream highlight and cream bronzer, this in my opinion is a little bit better bang for your buck, and you get a 2-for-1. So it's the Tom Ford Shade and Illuminate in Intensity 1. So you have the beautiful iconic Tom Ford bronzer and then the gorgeous highlight. These are creamy and dewy. They melt into your skin. They mimic your skin's texture. When applied correctly and really blended out, you do get that like gorgeous, beachy, natural looking bronze and highlight. So it's a very fresh, youthful look. I find myself reaching for this very often, multiple times a week, and I've already repurchased it before. I find that cream products just really help you achieve the look that you want if you're really going for that like dewy, natural, glowy look. And I love the Tom Ford one, so I have to recommend it. This brow gel is really something else. I've talked about it before, but I've found myself using this almost every single day. It's the Kosas Eyebrow. I I like everything about it. I like how it has a good amount of tint to the gel itself. So the days where I use this, I actually don't use a brow pencil at all, but you can use a brow pencil with it if you want a little bit more of an intense look. I really like how I can kind of fluff up my brows or sculpt them and get them to lay the way that I'd like, because I have a little bit more of a thick brow type, so I need a gel that's on the stronger side, and I feel like this hits all those marks for me. And I like how much faster I can do my brows when I use this tinted brow gel. And I do like how even if my face sweats, this doesn't run down my face like some other tinted brow products have. This one tends to stay put really well, and I haven't had issues with it transferring or, you know, sweating off throughout the day. And honestly, the main thing I like about this is the time saving aspect of it, because if I'm filling in my brows, it's a huge portion of the time that I'm taking to do my makeup. So I like how this just speeds up the process and I can use this. Okay, let's talk lip products. So I want to start off with some glosses. First thing being the Lawless Forget the Filler lip glosses. I have mentioned these on my channel before. I feel like these actually do live up to the hype of making your lips look noticeably more full without an intense or painful burning tingle. You kind of just like don't even really feel them. They feel a little bit cooling on the lip, and my two favorite shades are Rosy Outlook, which is pretty much like a clear baby pink. This is almost gone, so I will be repurchasing this again. And then Daisy Pink, which is like a soft bubblegum pink. But truly just impressed with how long these last on the lips and how they actually do give a visible plumpness. I notice an actual difference, so I can't stress that enough. I really like how plumping those are. And then we have the Dior lip glows. So we have Berry, which is a really pretty soft grape purple, but it's still sheer. But the best shade of all is the shade Mahogany. I feel like this one is the most flattering and actually looks the best on me. I like Berry too, but like sometimes I just want something that's a little bit more of a sheer, wearable, everyday type of shade. And this one, as far as I'm concerned, TikTok let me know that it's not new, but I went to 3 different Sephoras in person, and Mahogany is being advertised as new on the gondolas. It's in its own little slot, and it says new underneath it. So I think that the shade Mahogany is new, to my understanding, unless it's not new. But anywho, Mahogany, such a good shade, my favorite. Like, been wearing it almost every day since I got it. But Mahogany is such a good shade. I've been wearing it pretty much nonstop since I got it. I really think that this is super flattering, kind of like a 90s brown, and just pairs well with anything that you wear it with. I'm actually gonna pause this video right here. I'm going to end this, and I'm gonna do a part 2 on skincare, hair care, and any other beauty bits and bobs that I may have forgotten in this version, because I feel like this is like, now I'm looking at my hair care products that I wanted to recommend as well as skincare, and I feel like it's just going to be way too long. So I'll link and list all of these products in this description box, and I'll have all the information on the spring savings event as well in the description box. And then I will also have a part 2 specifically dedicated to anything that's not makeup, and probably a couple other things if I manage to forget them. So I hope you enjoyed, and if you have any questions about any of these products, feel free to leave them in the comments down below. But other than that, I will see you in my next video. Thank you so much for watching this one. Bye everyone.